Welcome to my channel. I'm Dee, and today I want to tell you a story about instinct, intuition, and how it can be amazing sometimes. First off, if you're new to the channel, my beliefs are kind of like vision boards, the secret that you can create the life. I firmly believe that. I believe in using your instinct and your intuition all the time, to practice using it. I didn't for many years. I knew I had good instinct and good intuition, but I rarely used it. Sometimes I thought with this instead of listening to this. But now I'm really trying to tune into that. So I'm going to tell you what I do now. I generally, if I get an inclination to do something, I just go ahead and do it if it's within reason. So the other day, a couple of days ago, my daughter and I were going to bring Charlie for a walk, our dog Charlie for a walk in the morning, and I just chatted with Jessie while she was finishing doing her hair, and she mentioned that she missed having everybody here. Our family was together at Christmas. So she was going to be a minute, and I walked out into the living room, and I thought, well, I should message her brother, Ian, and tell him, Jessie misses him. And so I got my phone out, and for some reason, I felt like going into the dining room, so I went into the dining room, and that didn't quite feel right, and I went into the kitchen, getting closer to the door, and I decided, no, maybe I would send him a voice message on Facebook. And then for some reason, I thought, I need to go out in the hall, like I live in an apartment. I need to go out in the hall. Why I would need to go out in the hall to just leave a message and say, hey, Ian, give your sister a call. She misses you. But I just did what I felt drawn to do. And I went out in the hall, and I went to go around the corner. And that didn't feel right. So I started coming back towards my apartment, and then the stairwell was there. And I felt compelled to walk into the stairwell. So here I am in the stairwell. I walked in, and then you have to kind of turn, and then there's the stairs. And I just stood there for a moment. And then I heard like a male voice. I thought it was just someone saying, hey Joe, bye. I couldn't tell what it was saying, and it didn't seem out of the ordinary. But for some reason, I just stood there. I couldn't eavesdrop on it. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I just felt compelled to stand there. And then I found myself walking down, starting to go down the steps. I live on the 3rd floor. And then as I was going down the steps towards the second floor, I heard it a little louder. And I thought, maybe someone is arguing. And then I'm down just a few steps more, and I'm thinking, maybe someone's hurt. That's what popped into my head. So I'm at the 2nd floor. By the time I arrived down to the 2nd floor, a lot of steps, I didn't hear it anymore. So instead of turning around and going up to my apartment, I felt I shouldn't. And so I started walking down towards the 1st floor, and I started yelling, hello, hello. And when I did that, I heard the sound again. And I started running down the stairs, flew past the 1st floor, went all the way down to the basement, and there's fire door in the basement, opened the fire door and turned left, and at the hall, like, several feet away, there was our caretaker down there with his wife on the floor. I thought she was deceased. And he was saying, he was crying, like crying out and saying, "Oh my God, oh my God." Um, it didn't look like she was breathing. I said, "Is she breathing?" And he's saying, "I don't know." And so I went over to her and we started shaking her, and she took a breath. And guess what? Guess who walked out with the phone in her hand? Me. And so I dialed 911 and I gave them her information. After I finished talking to 911, the woman who lives in the apartment, her apartment door is right here, and they were just here down the hall, came out. She didn't hear him. And when she finally heard him and I talking, and she came out, the ambulance ended up coming, and she went to our local hospital and was transferred to a larger hospital. And she had suffered a heart attack, but she kept suffering heart attacks, and they tried clearing out an artery, and that didn't work, and she is currently having triple heart bypass surgery. I can't explain to you how I can be standing in my apartment. If you think of my apartment as my apartment building is a big rectangle, I'm on the third floor here, and this man and his wife were in the basement behind fire doors you could not get farther apart in this building. Nobody from the first floor, second floor, nobody from the third floor, nobody from the basement, the apartment directly in there, or any of them on the basement, the other apartments in the basement. There were people home, but nobody heard. I can't explain that. I just believe in instincts, and something told me to go out there, and I followed it. And nobody, even the people in this apartment building can't believe, like, how did you hear them? How did you get down there? And I just said, I don't know, followed my instincts. And then I heard something, and it was really just a mumbling. You couldn't tell if it was anything. And the only reason why I thought maybe it was someone arguing was because it got louder for a second. I think he was screaming out at that time. But that just proved to me, reinforced and proved to me that I should always continue to follow my instincts. It's little things like that can change your world. I feel absolutely blessed that I could help that woman. Would things be different if I had not gone down there? Maybe. She was barely with us. She had her first heart attack here, and she had also, he had said, had a seizure, and that's why he yelled out. But how long would it have taken for someone else? And he had said to me, he would have never left her to run back to the apartment or anything like that to contact anybody. He was just, and I feel very blessed that I was able to help out. But I'm telling you this story not so you go, wow, you did such a great thing. I don't want to hear that, because I didn't do a great thing. did what I was supposed to do. Um, but I'm telling you this, that in this new year, when there's so many opportunities for you, to listen to this, because amazing things can happen. Put out into the universe what you want, but prove you deserve it by being a shining light to someone else, by giving, um, and giving a lot. And I'm not talking, well, money, yeah, sure, but not everybody has money. You can give of your time. You can shovel the elderly couple's driveway next door. You can offer to make dinner for this stressed single mother for 4 kids barely making it. There's so many ways you can give. And the more you do, it seems the more blessings that come to you. And the more you recognize the blessings you already have, and the happier you are. Uh, when bad things happen to us, when things aren't going right in our lives, we tend to concentrate on that. Um, if you're going through a hard time financially, all you're thinking about is what you don't have. How much pressure you're on because of the finances. But you have to find joy. You have to find the good in every day. And you have to live your life like that. And you can make 2021 an absolutely amazing year. But it's all about attitude. It's all about putting out into the universe what you want. But it's not going to drop from the sky. You have to take a step towards that. If you want to open a business and you don't have the money, guess what? You take a step in that direction. Start researching locations. Start finding suppliers. Do whatever it takes that doesn't cost money, and eventually the money will come, because you're walking towards that goal. You will find a way, or you'll find an excuse. Always listen to this. It will never let you down. So thanks for watching, and until next time, have a great day.